On the night of July the 5th, 2026, this 17-year-old boy living inside a quiet, well-kept private community in Daphne, Alabama, went to the kitchen, picked up a knife, and drove it into his own mother repeatedly. Then he turned it on his father. Samantha Baker, 37 years old, never made it back through that front door.
On the grass won't wash away. Undetected
Samantha was a realtor, a wife, a mother of two teenage boys, living in the Bell Forest community, a private residential complex on Augustine Drive in Daphne, Alabama, Baldwin County. Her husband was Lance Baker, 46 years old. Their older son was Brandon. He was 17. Their younger son was 16. He was not home that night. By all public appearances, the Baker home was exactly what it looked like, a loud, busy, ordinary American family. Samantha was active on Facebook. She posted about her boys' football games. She posted photos, arms around her son, standing on the sidelines, proud. She captioned one of them from October of 2025. I love being a football mom. I don't love the way they smell, but hard work does stink. She also posted something else, something she thought was funny. Welcome to the Baker house, she wrote. We laugh, then holler, then act like nothing happened until it's time to holler and laugh again. It's a show over here. Enter at your own risk. Samantha Baker was joking. She had no idea those words would one day be read aloud by an investigator. Samantha talked about Brandon on Facebook, about her post about her oldest son told a story she never intended to tell publicly. On National Sons Day last year, she wrote that Brandon was, and these are her exact words, a sweet guy. Then she paused, and then she added his mouth and attitude. He's a calm presence, she wrote, until he isn't. He marches to the best of his own drum. And in a birthday post dedicated to Brandon, just months before the attack, she wrote, You are an amazing person, and yet at the same time, you make my blood boil. In January, she reposted a meme. It read, Only parents with gentle children can gentle parent. The rest of us have to square up and fight for our lives with the tiny bullies we made. She captioned it, and I do square up. I don't have gentle kids. They are feral. What an eerie statement to leave behind. Samantha Baker thought she was being relatable. She thought she was connecting with other parents who understood the chaos of raising teenagers. She didn't know her son was reading every word. July the 5th, 2026, one day after Independence Day, approximately 2:30 in the afternoon, roughly 6.5 hours before Samantha Baker would be killed, she and Brandon stood on the front porch of that home on Augustine Drive and they argued. Their next door neighbor, 51-year-old Sean Scary, told the New York Post she could hear them clearly. She believed the argument was about Samantha's Facebook post, specifically about things Samantha had written about Brandon publicly. He was asking about a comment, Scary recalled, and when she was saying it was just a story, she wasn't saying it wasn't about him. Scary believed Brandon had finally reached the limit, that Samantha's public post, the jokes about his attitude, the memes about feral children were cutting him somewhere Samantha didn't realize. That what his mother posted for laughs was reading to him like humiliation. But Samantha Baker did not back down. She gave her son a directive. She told him to go mow the lawn. And he did. Scary watched him do it from front door. Scary watched him do it from next door. She said it seemed completely normal. That evening, a second argument erupted. This time it was inside the home. Baldwin County Sheriff's Office Captain Justin Correa confirmed the altercation was again over a disciplinary issue. He did not specify the exact details of what triggered it. But what happened next is not in dispute. Brandon Baker went to the kitchen. He came back with a knife. And what followed was not a brief flash of violence. It was not a single act. It was sustained. It was prolonged. Authorities say Brandon stabbed both of his parents inside that house, and when they ran, he followed. He chased them outside, across the yard, across the neighboring properties. The crime scene spread across half a block through multiple yards before it was over. Samantha Baker let out one scream, and then Lance ran. Lance Baker, 46-year-old, ran for his life through the Bell Forest community. Multiple stab wounds, bleeding, and desperate. Neighbor Sean Scurry's Nest security camera captured what happened next. She described it to the Post in detail. You can hear him coming out of the house, she said. He's basically saying, I don't want to die. Please stop. No. And then he's repeating, somebody help me. Please help me, very loudly. Lance Baker ran from house to house through that neighborhood looking for an open door, looking for someone to let him in. He was found by deputies outside a neighboring home, multiple stab wounds. He was airlifted to a hospital in Mobile, and as of early reports, he was listed in critical condition. And captured on Sean Scurry's audio, Brandon Baker's voice threatening to kill his father. Captain Correa confirmed it. Those words are in the recording. Samantha Baker never made it down the street. She was found outside the family home on Augustine Drive. Multiple stab wounds. She was pronounced dead at the scene. The woman who posted about her loud, chaotic, beautiful house, who called her kids feral with a laugh in her voice, was gone. 37 years old, dead in her own front yard. Brandon Baker, after stabbing his mother to death, after chasing his father bleeding through the neighborhood, walked back to the house. He locked the front door and he called 911. Deputies arrested him at the scene. Brandon Baker has been charged as an adult. Murder, attempted murder, his bond was set at $1 million. Captain Justin Correa, in his official statement to the press, described what happened inside that house, the knifing of a mother, the prolonged chase through a neighborhood, a man running door to door screaming for his life as, and I want you to hear these exact words, a domestic situation that really just got out of control. Got out of control. This is what the police said. Samantha Baker is dead. Lance Baker was airlifted with multiple stab wounds. A 16-year-old boy came home to find that his brother had murdered his mother and nearly killed his father. And authorities are calling it a situation that got out of control. What an evil act to minimize. Brandon Baker is a monster. A 17-year-old who picked up a kitchen knife and turned it on the woman who raised him. Over a Facebook post. Over a lawn he was told to mow. Over discipline. Samantha Baker joked about her chaotic house, her loud voice, her feral kids, because that is what mothers do. They don't laugh, they laugh so they don't cry. She never got to cry. She deserved better than that. She deserved justice.
Blood on the grass won't wash away. Undetected footprints.